What's good with it in the hood with it? Welcome back to the Collective Clips, where you already know over here in this area right here, we get it in, right? But before we get it in, let's hit that like and subscribe button. Put your notification bell. Lakers, put your notification bell on all so that way you're directed in the direction of the dope content I'm kicking. And I highly appreciate all the support I'm getting. Thank you guys so much. So, hey, homie, don't play that. Clowning, right? There's times and places for everything. And one thing I guess you can and you cannot do in the California prison system or any prison system, period, is clown too much. Okay, horse playing. You know, when you got, it's you and your Sally, and says, you want to have a slap boxing match? I'd advise against that, right? Because it could get very dangerous, right? There's a lot of guys in prison that like to clown around. You know, them Woods, brother, they sure like to horseplay a lot, right? You'll see a lot of people horseplaying on yards. Different groups can get away with a little bit more than others. You know, being a Norteño back in the days, we had to keep our serio face on. What's a serio face? We had to have our mug on at all times. We had to carry ourselves with professionalism and class, right? Southsiders did the same thing. I guess it's just a Mexican thing, right? Where we prefer to be on that yard because everybody's watching everybody. You got to know that and understand that. And everyone is going to judge you and base their opinions and their assumptions on your program by the way you carry yourselves. That's why you always hear Norteños or Southerners always talking about professionalism and a career and class and loyalty and respect. Because all them good things, man, is basically your character. You know, how you're prejudged or judged on that yard. You know, if you see a bunch of fucking vatos always horse playing and sex playing, how's that feel? How's that feel? It feels funny yet weird at the same time. If that was to be the case, then nobody's going to take your group serious. And there's always going to be someone that comes along that's high-powered that feels like, hey, these vatos, they're knacks, homes. They play too much. They're a bunch of fucking J-cats. We're going to beat them up, right? And then there's conflict. Because maybe you're not a J-cat or a knack. You just like to play around a lot. You like to have a good time. There's always class clowns. There's always going to be homeboys like Jokey or fucking the homeboy Laffy or the homeboy Clowny, right? That are known for pranking people, but the prison yard is not a circus, homie. It's not a place to do pranks or to clown. It's okay if it's just you and your cellie in the cell having a good time, eh? And you guys about to want to fucking go, you know, shot for shot on the chest. I know in the Norteño movement, you better hope that you don't slide or slip and catch the homeboy in the eye, because if one of you guys comes out with a black eye, there's going to be a lot of questions to be answered. What was going on in there? Sasuke, I heard someone screaming like they were getting boned. Well, it wasn't necessarily that. It was his fist. Well, same difference, Mr. Masterson, right? It's just not a laughing matter. There's times and places to clown. I'm going to tell a story about an individual who got to the yard. He was a young northerner, and he was a class clown. He was head of the class, eh? That vato was jokier than jokey, right? And he left in a cloud of smoky because this vato decided that if for no other reason, he wasn't going to listen. He was going to go against the grain. He thought or thunk somewhere along the line that, I don't know if he was doing it in the county or he's just that type of person his whole life. And I like to clown a little bit. You know, I like to cap. I like to clown on people. Hey, go tit for tat. Hey, homie, you know what I'm saying? Your mom got a wooden leg with the kickstand. Sasuke, your mom got hit by a truck and said, who threw the rock? You know, I like to tell jokes and things like that, but I know that there's a time and place for that. And prison is not that place. So anyways, this kid gets there striving. When I say striving, he was with the shenanigans. He was with the program. He was ready to do what he had to do for his gente. He was willing to defend the household. And that's all that's asked of you. You know, I know in the Southern car, you know, if you choose to get involved in the politics and get involved at a high level, it's a choice. You get a choice. With the Norteños, the choice is made for you. Pretty much, you're a homie. We're all the same. You're going to function like the highest guy functions to the lowest guy. It's just what it is. So there is no room for any weakness. Hey, the vato's showing weakness. There's no room for playing a lot, burning people, disrespect. There's no room for nada. Shit, the only room you got is that room in that cell. Everything else is off limits. So you have to understand there's a lot of other groups that they're prisoners, they're convicts, they don't play either. So this guy gets there. He's there about a year on the yard. Good homie, righteous homie. Nothing ever came up about him. No dirt. He was never on freeze. There was never no talk about him in another institution locking it up or not doing his thing. He was just a regular righteous homie. He was striving though. And he was trying to be one of them, right? He was trying to be that one. So he would hang around with some of the more high power homies that were on the yard. And he was getting educated. So he had his education bundle. He had things. He had, put it like this, he was not what you would call paying rent, but he was doing what he had to do to show his value on that yard. That's pretty much what it is. You're not just going to go to a prison yard and be fucking baggage, extra baggage, homie. You're going to fucking be accounted for. You're going to handle your business. So he did a pegada, was able to slide on that one. He was just a bomber, not a hitter. You know, and I'm speaking in northern terms because there's every different group has different terminology for what they have as far as squads. But as far as our terminology at the time, you know, we had bombers, hitters, retrievers, all that. He was a bomber on a couple different occasions. And I remember one good one in Corcoran that he was able to slide on. So this Vato one day, he's in his cell. Okay, he gets moved cells with a partner from his neighborhood that had come in. It's all good. He asked the black guy, he got clearance from the homies. Yeah, go ahead, bro, you're good. You know, he was already a cleared household member and had done his dirt. So he's in there, and this dude liked to knack it out, right? He liked to play a lot. Okay, that was the one thing where the homies just tell him on the yard, hey, bro, you be playing too much. You be telling too many jokes and joking like, hey, there's a time and place. You can't do that, right? So he got checked on a couple occasions, but it wasn't necessarily checking. It was more so game, you know, righteous game. So anyways, this fool goes in the cell with this homeboy. And I remember I was like, not across from them, but maybe a couple cells down, but I could see fucking shadows moving. So the next day, one of the homeboys that was his vecino, his neighbor, I see him talking to him as they're coming out for chow. He's like telling him. So after all the shit happens with them, I remember talking to the homeboy, like, what were you telling him, bro? You were checking him. He was like, I was telling him, bro, they're in there fucking horse playing and fighting and just fucking screaming and acting like kids, bro. Like, we don't get down like that. There's Southsiders on the other side of the fucking, you know, on the other wall, bro, and they're fucking busting up laughing. You know, you could hear them just laughing at it. He was like, bro, there ain't very many of us. We got to fucking, you know, we got to be hard, bro. And I said, no, I understand that. And, you know, hey, you see how it ultimately ended up for him. So anyways, this dude, he gets checked that day. So I guess him and his cellie come down. He's like, watch out, the hefe, right? So he's cool. But anyone who's grew up like that, playing a lot and clowning, can't just stop, right? So anyways, we go to the yard. There's a basketball game happening. And it's the brothers, man. And one thing about the brothers on the yard, Crips, Bloods, Muslims, Kumis, Jama, fucking non-associated blacks. I never really played basketball too much with the blacks unless it was the game of horse or something, because they get real intense, homie. They are on their Lakers shit. Kobe, right there. If you've ever played all the way from the youth authority to prison, man, the brothers, they be tussing and fussing, right? You know, I've seen many of fights happen behind vatos being too aggressive on the basketball court. They take that shit serious, homie. Plus, they're dunking on you shit, making you look like a puto. They're dunking on you. Look at Mexican, look at my nuts, right? Nah. You ain't gonna play me like that, right? So those that knew already what time it was, we kind of just stood away. We'd watch the games, you know, that's right, homie, that's right. Because them vatos be in there fucking dunking. This is for reals. They'd be righteously fucking fouling each other too. And so they're always yelling and screaming and arguing with each other. And that's just the way they get down, right? Ain't nothing wrong with it. That's just how them people, right? That's just how they get down. Ain't nothing wrong with it. It's been like that. Ask anyone that's ever been on a yard. The brothers, man, they be arguing over some basketball. So anyway, it's kind of like Mexicans in handball. Nah, homie. Nah, I got point, right? So this youngster was a good basketball player, right? He grew up, he was actually from Oakland. Okay, let me just put that out there right now. So that gives you a little bit more to the story so you know, right? He was from Oakland. He grew up with brothers playing basketball, man. He had the skills. We used to call him brown chocolate, right? And the Wato's good. Hey, he had major handles. He was like John Stockton, only minus the short shorts sometimes, right? So the Vato's out there doing his thing. And he's juking this black dude, this blood, man. He was from L.A., and he was from Crenshaw Mafia. He's juking him, homie. Black dude's getting frustrated, right? So he keeps fouling the homie, and now we're all kind of watching. We're on alert, and there's a big old blood. He's an OG, triple OG times 4 OG, right? Big old whip, gray hair, kind of look like Tookie, right? He's like, hey, blood. He's like, let the little homies ride. It's no big deal. He's like, I'm gonna talk to the homie though. I'm gonna check him, right? Like, cool. So they're arguing back and forth. Now, of course, one of the homeboys from Sakura, he gets at the homie, during their little timeout. They thought they were all professional, times out and shit in prison. He's like, hey, bro, don't be doing that, bro. Don't be arguing and shit. He goes, oh, no, we're just playing, bro. That's my friend. We're just clowning. He was like, yeah, we don't clown like that on the yard, bro. That shit's going to get it serious. Look at everyone's watching. You know what I mean? All kinds of brothers was like this in their jacket. They already had their little pieces, and we're already digging shit and fucking getting shit out of our assholes, right? Yes, Wes, I said asshole. I know you like it, right? So anyways, the homie's like, okay. I'll clean it up. He can't get right too. They should call him lefty fucking ball player. So anyways, he gets in, and again, after a while, they start fussing and tussing, right? Well, they actually get serious to where they're fucking gonna do something, right? And it calms down. Everyone's like, oh, shit, right? So we get out a couple of the sangres like, hey, I mean, it is what it is, bro. The homie's young. They're like, oh, the homie's young. So it's no big deal. Like, we seen it coming. So that blood, they're checking him. And he's a youngster from Crenshaw, and he tells them, hey, bro, that dude be playing too much. He be slapping me on my ass. Like, he clowns a lot, bro. And he be climbing my hood and shit. And man, I want that fade. Now, on a 4-yard, Mexicans ain't going to give you that fade. It ain't never going to happen. One jump, all jump. We'll give you them knives. We'll give you them pedazos, but we're not going to give you that fade. It's not because Mexicans are scared. This is North and South. It has nothing to do with that. When it gets that serious on a yard of that much seriousness, then it gets very serious. Read between them lines, right? So that Valto's like, he's telling his people, so that OG comes up to the homies. He's like, hey, bro, let me get at you guys. He's like, look, bro, yeah, I don't know if you want your homie to play basketball and shit. It's not even, we're trying to exclude him, but he be knacking it out, homie. He be playing too much, right? That's what my homie said. He goes, we already checked our homie. So we're like, no, okay, all right, shit, brother. What's up, lad? On pyro, we're going to get at this fool, right? So the homie from Sakura, he was like one of the main homies there, right? I'm just going to keep it real. And he pulls him to the side. He's like, look, bro, you're not going to play basketball with the Africanos anymore. It's just, you know what I mean? You almost caused a wreck, and you play too much. This is the second time you're getting the warning, homies. There's not going to be a third time, eh? We don't do that, right? Okay. So a couple months pass by. He's not playing basketball. Well, he starts to play basketball again. The homies are like, go ahead. And he's not acting like that no more. It's cool. Again, the brothers will argue and shit, so it could be misconstrued. So anyways, we're in the building. Okay. Now, in the 4-yard of this building, we didn't even talk to the whites at this time. Sorry, Woods, no coffee from us, right? We didn't talk to the whites or the Woods. They were really participating in fucking Southsider games, meaning that them and the Southsiders were thick as thieves there. I'm not saying that they were riding together on everything, but they had a lot of business going on, and they fucked with each other tough. The guy that was there from the South, that was that one, and the guy that was there from the white guy, they were from the same town. So they had they had respect for each other. So the Skins and the Woods were kind of fucking rocking with the South. We knew if we kicked off anything with the South or anything happened, then more than likely them Valtos were going to fucking be in it. It's just the way it was. At that particular yard, every yard's different. So there was a Wood. He was real skinny. I mean, he looked like he was off the scante. Like he ate. Hey, that Valto, he drank too many bottles of Folgers, too many jars, right? So he was walking by for the shower. And you have to walk past our side a little bit to go to the shower. And the little homie was playing he was playing hearts with the Uso and a brother, right? And another brother, and they're playing hearts. And he says, damn, you're smoked out. And we look like, what the fuck, right? Because it's quiet in there. We're doing our thing. And the white kind of looks like, the fuck? And he goes, hey, who said that? Right? He knows it's none of his people because they're on the other side of the building. So he's like, who said that? And the fool got quiet, right? And so the Wood's like, maybe I'm hearing things, brother. Maybe it is Descante, right? So he jumps into the shower. He takes his little shower. He comes out. And again, the Valto's like, damn, he sucked up, right? He turns around, drops his shit. He's like, what's up, bro? You got something to say? He has his boots on, He's like, he got his boxers on. He's like, hey, what's up? You got something to say? The brother jumps up. And he was like, what's up? The Wood rushed him right there. Boom, right? Hella Woods jump up, come running towards us. Fuck it, it was on, right? If it's on, it's on. So we go through that shit. We go on lockdown. I go to the oil. A couple other homeboys go to the hole. Gang of brothers go to the hole. Gang of whites. A couple Southsiders participated in it. So now we got to worry about the Southsiders tripping, right? So the wheelers are already flying out. What happened? It was fucking the Northerners' fault, right? And the brothers are like, man, we did our thing, but fuck all that, right? So look, we come out of the hole. Okay, I'm in a different building now. And damn, that little young homie comes out because he participated, he got off, and it's already the word on the curb. Clowning got him flighted. Okay? So what happens is it's a wrap. There's no justification anymore. He tore the program down for the homeboys. We're in a lockdown situation. The moment that anyone could get to this vault, book them. We were going to do it in the back in the oil, right? But they split us up into two groups. We wanted to do our thing, right? The homies were going to have him hit. They brought us out of the hole. He comes to the yard. When we finally get off lockdown, everything's cool. And I ain't going to lie, man. They butchered that boy, right? Bad things happened to him. And this was one of the one things that I seen that I didn't feel bad for. I mean, when I see him getting cut up, you know, because they didn't hit him with pieces, they whacked them, right? Which is very rare on a 4-yard. Usually on a 4-yard, they'll hit you with pieces. It's all pieces. But Northerners rock differently depending upon how the program's going. We had just come off lockdown, so we knew we were going right back, right? They fucked that dude off. Ribbon. Hey, there's a ribbon in the sky, right? Ribboned him. They call him Ribbon Man now. And all that stemmed from the lockdown situation, but it stemmed from him playing too much. You know, I never got a chance to have a conversation with him and say, why'd you do that, bro? You know that's the opposition. You know that's the other side. We don't fuck with them cats. We don't even associate with them cats in this place. Which was fucked up because there was a fucking wood there from Merced who I knew. Fucking real good from the streets. I mean, I used to sell that Fato dope. I know him real good, right? And he used to look at me, he used to do this. Right? And I'd hit him with the... Right? And that was it. We had fucking... That was sign language. This is all he got right here. Watch out. Watch slow motion. Because hey, in a 4-yard, you don't want to get caught up. You'll get butchered, right? And so that's how that was. But anyways, yeah, you know, playing too much. So this is why I advise people that are going into prison, county jails. It's not a play area. It's not a playground. Grow up. Be a man. It's man time in there. Okay? It's not gang time or Chiruhu time, Masterson, or Wes Watson. Both of you guys. Imagine if they were set up together. You know what I mean? Book my whammer. Right? It'd be crazy. It's more, really, it's more so just a disrespect and, you know, him not holding himself accountable is what got that kid in the situation. But I implore to people that are going in there, yeah, don't think that you're going to fucking horseplay and get away with it. Depending upon your group now. I'm just speaking from a northern perception of things that I seen, you know, from my perspective as an ex-northerner, but norteño. But, you know, it was just, we didn't get down like that, you know. You didn't play like that. You could tell a joke and clown a little bit with the homies, but if a homie tells you shut up, just shut the fuck up, depending upon who he is, or you cut him. So anyways, yeah, that was a lesson to him. Do not clown in prison. Do not think that, you know, oh, bro, that's just the way I get down. You know, I don't mean harm. You might not mean harm. You might just be a funny guy. You know, am I a funny guy? Tell me what amuses you about me. You know, tell me. You see Henry Hill was like that. They're about to say, no, motherfucker. You know what I mean? You said it. It's the same thing in prison. You know, if you want to be that guy, if you want that limelight and be that joking guy and clown, there's vatos in there that ain't not playing. I've seen straight super gangsters. You tell them a straight funniest joke you ever heard, and they'll be like, that's what's up. And just walk away. It's not a place to play. So anyways, I implore to you, man, don't do it. If you're young, you go to prison or jail, man, don't think what you do on the streets, bro, you can do in there. It's a whole different world, a different animal, and you'll get ate up and clawed to death. It's facts. With that being said, just wanted to tell that story, man, about clowning on the yard. That's why I never do it. And believe me, I clown. You hear it. You know, I like to fuck around. When I get to prison, I fucking change to a whole different person. I'll be super sad in there. They'd be like, hey, Gun, tell that one joke. Whopping, Holmes. What's up, Ben? Right? Nah, I'm cool. With that being said, I hope that you move smooth with a purpose. Get everything that you want coming, and remember, at the end of the day, it's all about the struggle, to strive, to struggle. I tell these stories not to glorify prison and all that, but to tell you what is really up, man, and give you that knowledge you can't get in college, the true game. You go in there thinking that you're going to fucking tell a jokey joke, and you get smoky smoked. And that's just facts. You know what it is. With that being said, thumbs up or thumbs down. Heavy's going to be the head that wears this Lakers crown. 17 championships, or is it on this side? Bang, bang. Gunna gang. It's what it is, man. Hey, I wish you guys all a great day. Go out there and teach someone something new or something new. You know, educate people. Educate your children. Educate the gente. You know, tell them, man, that we are all the same and we are all in that same race, man. that race to that bag, but do it smooth with the purpose, right? Don't hate on no one or step on the next man's toes to get where you want to get. Just get there on some G shit. The gun. Bang, bang.